Marcus, it's good to see you again.
How are you, Scott?
I'm well, thank you. Hardly a smooth liftoff, though, as we said, for this program. Your reaction to how we've started here?
You know, I'm going to be on the other side of this, probably, and surprise some people. I think the fact that $3.5 billion moved in a week is a pretty big deal. And I spoke to a lot of big banks and a lot of small banks today, and unfortunately, a lot of business owners who are upset. And the architecture to actually execute all of this is a lot harder than people would think. We don't want money just flowing out as fast as it possibly can. I think the big banks want to make sure that they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and I don't blame them for that. They don't want to get hung with anything. Did it go off, smoothly? No. But did $3.5 billion still get processed? Yes. And I would expect that over the weekend, the banks will have a chance to catch up. Come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to see a lot more money flow. And here's what I would ask small businesses today. Until you get the money in your account, stop writing checks. And I had a couple of businesses today tell me that they wrote checks and now they don't know if they're going to clear. So the message is everybody needs to be patient. This is 7 days that this has actually gone down. The money's going to come, but it's not going to come in 5 minutes. You
mentioned the challenges that exist. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce did a survey, Marcus, said 1/4 of small businesses have already closed. Another 40% say it's likely they'd have to close in the next 2 weeks. Another poll suggested that half of all small businesses didn't pay rent on April 1st, on Monday of this week. That tells you how dire the situation is and how badly these businesses and these business owners need money.
Yeah, let me start with the last point you made, which is a lot of small businesses didn't pay rent. I would bet that a lot of medium and big businesses did also skip paying rent this week because they're trying to preserve cash. When we talk about the businesses that have closed, while it's awful, we want to remember that a lot of businesses have closed because of shelter in place, or they were restaurants and bars. And so as these facts and figures roll out, we want to get a deeper understanding of what's actually happening. Yes, businesses are closed, employees are laid off. And what I'm asking business owners to do today, in this moment, between now and the time they get their SBA money, is let's walk our employees who are furloughed, who have been laid off, through the process so they can get all of their money. It isn't just about the business owner getting their money. We want to make sure these employees that unfortunately got laid off are able to go through the CARES Act, get their unemployment checks processed, get their $1,200 processed. And I think we got to just take a pause and make sure we're taking care of the employees first and not losing sight of that.
And lastly, yes, you are the prophet, but as we said, you are the chairman and CEO of Camping World. Did I see a tweet of yours today that said you offered campers to New York City and that you haven't heard back?
So we have actually sold close to 700 units across the country. California took about 560. In getting a lot of requests from friends and business associates in New York, I reached out through Twitter offering up to 200 units at no charge for the city to use them. I did hear back about an hour ago from people from the mayor's office and the governor's office that they don't need them yet, but they appreciated the fact that they know that with a phone call, we can deploy these RVs into Manhattan, and people, at least the volunteers and the first responders, will have a chance to rest, eat, sleep, do whatever they need to. So yeah, we want to be there for everybody right now.